Hey, what up? It's the Playmaker, and welcome to another episode of Code Red. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We got a very, very special guest in the building, Ray Royalty.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, everything is everything. How things going with you?
You know, another day, another grind.
Man, I hear that a lot's been going on with you. You care to talk about it?
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
All right. Well, let's get right to it. First question I want to ask you is how you get the name Ray Royalty?
Ray Royalty. That's a good question. Before they called me Ray Royalty, they called me Your Highness. Before they called me Ray Royalty, they called me Royalty. And I got that name from someone named Cam, Counting on My Blessings. It's an artist. And I started rapping with him. And he called me Royalty for a while. And then one day I woke up and was like, man, I want to add something to this. And I added Ray.
So is Ray your first name?
My middle name. My middle name is Ray. So I put Ray in front of Royalty, Ray Royalty.
That's how it all came together, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, and you've been rocking with that ever since?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you. It's been a lot of chatter about some things that happened not too long ago with you and some people in the city.
Yeah.
Let's get right to it. How did you get banned, man? They said you got banned. Is it true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I didn't think it was true until I called Timeless one day. They wouldn't let me in the studio. So I was like, damn, I'm really banned. Okay. And I knew it was some obstacles that I put in front of myself, you know what I'm saying, to make that happen. But it really started when I paid for some features, you know. I paid for some features with Maya P and Destiny Land, and I was paying in increments, right? And then once I got done paying, the total was like $1,700. So after I got done paying, I was like, all right, I should be able to get the features now. Completed the music, and I started sending music. Now, I sent the money to their manager, you know, someone that was managing them. When I was supposed to get the music back, I wasn't receiving it. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, I'm going to give it some time. I ain't really that mad about it not being right away. I understand as an artist that it's going to take some time. Then a month went past. After a month went past, I'm like, all right, hold on. So the person I sent the money to was Scales, you know, JR Scales. Everybody know about, you know, the talk that's been going on about him.
Well, let me make this clear. I rock with Scales, man. Been knowing him a long time. He's a real good dude. So,
that's
my
cool.
opinion. Okay.
That's cool. And basically, instead of me waiting on him, I reached out to the artist. So I reached out to Maya. Maya didn't reach back out. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, let me reach out to Destiny. And I spoke to Destiny a couple of times. So when I reached out to her, I kind of thought I was going to get a response. Because it was actually me and Raya Galore who had a track with her. And her and Raya Galore are very close. So I reached out to her. She hit me back like, what's up, Ray? I was like, hey, did you get that money I sent you? And she was like, what money? What money? Oh, what you talking about? What money? So when she said what money, that kind of made me think that I was, you know, getting played for my money. And she didn't know about the song. She didn't know about the music. And that's when I was like, oh, man, I think this dude trying to play me. You know, I don't think he know who I really am. You know, how things can really get, unfortunately. And ever since that day, you know, I was talking to him, texting back and forth, and he wouldn't admit to trying to take my money. So I was like, come back to the studio. He never came back to the studio. So I knew that he was best friends with Don the jeweler. That was my producer at the moment. And I'm telling Don, like, hey, man, you need to get your boy because I either need the feature or I need my money, you know. And things kept going downhill from there, man. And me and Don ended up getting into it at the studio. Reddy got involved. Party was there. A couple of people was there. Naps was there, you know. After things went left, I left the studio. I ain't gonna tell you about it. Allegedly what happened. But once I left the studio, probably like 2 months after that. Now I'm giving you the story of how I got banned, right? Like 2 months after that, I had booked the studio session with Godzilla. And I was supposed to be doing something with B Justice. And I reached out to B Justice because I paid him for a feature. And he did send me the music. But when I got the music, I was like, you sure you want me to do this? You know, I do it, but I'm gonna go crazy. Like, you gonna look kind of silly if I do this, because I'm not gonna play with the track. I'm gonna be for real. I asked him for a different track, and he was like, oh, if I send you a different track, I'm gonna have to charge you again. I'm like, but I didn't even use this track. I understand you sent it to me, but I never used it. And it was a while since he sent me that track, so I understand why he was saying that I had to pay again. I just didn't agree, you know. So after that happened, I was supposed to go to the studio with Godzilla, and I ended up not going to the studio session. He had said, we was talking on the internet, on Messenger, and he said, what time are you available? I said, well, I dropped my kids off at around 9. He was like, okay. It was the end of discussion. When you going to the studio and you telling somebody when they're supposed to be there, you're supposed to give them a time. Okay, if I drop my kids off at 9, that don't mean I'm going to be there by 9. We supposed to lock in, right? Lock in. All right, 10:30, be there. Boom. We never locked in the time. He ended up canceling the session, and I ended up telling him, oh, you're not that important anyway. Bro, this man went to Facebook and wrote 3 whole paragraphs, right? Big ass sentences about Ray Royalty and the incident that happened at the studio with Don, and they never mentioned $1,700. That's how I got banned. He ended up banning me. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, you know, I didn't think it was real until I'm walking over at Marquette. I see this poster. I'm like, I already seen it online, but I start seeing the shit outside. I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't, no, this ain't right. And I told you, I made that call. When I made that call to a couple studios, they wouldn't let me in, man.
So it was posters plastered around the city of you being banned from studios?
To my acknowledgement, it was.
You have it? I haven't seen it.
So you tell me y'all ain't seen this. I know y'all didn't seen this. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But know the story before you just agree with banning somebody.
Again, Godzilla is a very good friend of mine, man. Have you ever tried to have a conversation with him?
Look,
past that?
Man, look, my family got into the situation and was like, oh yeah, my nephew ain't even, you know what I'm saying? What you banning him for? You know, tried to smooth the edges out on the situation, and he wouldn't, you know, come to understand it. Now, it's a year later, it don't matter no more. You know, at this point, I could do what I want to do. You know, I have been doing what I want to do. So it's not really affecting me as much as it was last year.
Okay, with that being said, I guess this next question makes that more relevant. How important are contacts to you in this music industry? Because you've named some really prominent figures in the culture in Milwaukee music scene.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been out here for 13 years, man, grinding. I done did over 130 showcases, you know, and within that time, I done met a lot of people. I done talked to a lot of people, and it's not just what you know, it's who you know. And it's not just who you know, it's how they remember you. Keep that in mind. It's not just about who you know, but it's about how you remember. How they remember you. I mean, and I believe that I left a good, I'm good. I'm straight. Now this incident that we didn't had probably didn't put couple bad points on me, but overall, I'm good, man.
I mean, have you ever tried to reach out to them and just talk to them to find out why?
What I've done, because honestly, when it first popped off, it was mind-boggling for me. Me putting so much work in and for things to start to go downhill, I had to really like mentally get away. So I've really been out of the scene for a while. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scene. I never really reached out, but I've let things die down.
Well, dying down don't smooth over anything, right? Until you have a conversation with them, I think that's warranted. I think it's about due, and I like to put that together for you because you seem like one of them young cats that was raised by IG and not the OGs.
I mean, it's a different way you can put it, but like, I feel like honestly, people should have been reaching out to other people before they even did what they did. You know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't a full understanding. But I feel you.
So we both agree that contacts are important.
Yeah, of course. They're very important. I mean,
okay.
They're important. You know what I'm saying? But now I will say this though. I can't change people, right? We can't change people, but you can change the people. I might, and that was really where I was going with that. Like, yeah, man, I could have went to the studio and did this, but now that it's this bad thing over my name, I just won't deal with those certain individuals because, man, Milwaukee is it's a small place, but it's a lot of people.
Definitely, I understand that. Now you just mentioned that you did over 135 showcases.
Yeah.
Is that locally?
Both locally and outside. I've done things Oshkosh. I've done things in Green Bay. I've been to a couple different cities outside of Wisconsin, and I've been outside of Wisconsin. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to North Carolina. I've been to a couple different places.
So tell me, how does Ray Royalty prepare itself for one of them showcases?
Here or outside?
A show is a show.
I guess
a stage is a stage.
It's a little different when you leave, and I say that because here in Milwaukee, I've been here so much, they know who I am, so they react a little different. And I'm getting prepared to go somewhere else. I like to have certain things I need, certain people that I need with me. Like if I'm here in Milwaukee, I feel like sometimes I don't need certain things, but when I leave the state, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta have this insurance. I gotta make sure these people with me.
And what does that do for you? I mean, is that some type of added confidence, or?
It's a comfort. It's a comfort that you have. When you go into a different state that's not yours, and you going to another state to take over. It's just due diligence, to have someone with you.
Okay, that makes sense. I've been hearing talks of people saying that you have a chance of entering the Guinness Book of World Records. They say that you sound or remind them of a younger version of Twister, and that you can rap really, really fast.
Yeah. I grew up listening to I didn't grow up listening to all the raps, all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Midwest, East Coast, down south. Talking about I was raised by a G. My daddy an OG. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out to Pops. You know what I'm saying? Because he the one who really didn't put it in my mind that I could spit. Not him himself, but the music that we listened to while we was in the suede seat Buick. You know what I'm saying? He used to have it pop playing that Too Short. You know what I'm saying? That Mystical, playing Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? He used to play so many different records, And I think I absorbed that sound. And also we in the Midwest. The Midwest, I call us the gumbo of rap, because we have so many different styles, and we not like in this box. We are in a box, but it's a big box. You know, when you go to the East Coast, it's this certain sound, this certain cadence that you are about to, you know what I'm saying, that you looking for. But here in the Midwest, it can go so many different ways. Man, that's my superpower. You know, if we all got superpowers, I got one: spitting fast.
I mean, do you care to give the people a sample?
Yeah, I can. Said I got it, but you better not believe it. I don't mess around with you because I heard you be leaving. Everybody want to rap, don't nobody want to see me. Get your free people believe me. I need a buzz. What if the plug? Hold on, wait. I don't fuck cuz. They just want to take. They don't show no love. Everybody fake me, none of the above. Nigga back, they hit you with a slug. Niggas fucking with me because I flow like bud. Fire, higher. Burnt tires, wire, higher. Go so hard I need to retire. Liar, I took your place and you are fired. Me, higher. On another level, you can't get by it. Notice my flow, but do not bite it. Notice I'm for sale, so don't try to buy it. Now I'm feeling hot like wires. Gripping on the game like pliers. If a book show who could come with their flyers. My flow ignite like 10 bite bombs.
Okay. All right. I see you want to keep going, huh?
My daddy told me that you better grip tight, son, for your big night come.
Okay. Hey man, that was really good. It was really fast too.
Appreciate you.
I was catching a couple words. I guess I listened slow, huh?
I'm done.
So tell me, Ray, what side of town are you actually from? Some people said they've spotted you on the east side. They say they've seen you on the south side, and most of your showcases are on the north side.
Yeah. Dang, you been keeping track of me. You was right on with it. That's right. You right, man.
Well, I do my research on the artists that come in.
That's what's up, man. You right. I'm from the east side of Milwaukee, Center and Buffalo to be exact. And the reason why, I lived on 4 houses on that same block, not across the street, but the same block. I know what 4 of those living rooms and bedrooms look just like. I remember, you know, when I stayed over there, that it was like a village, man. We knew everybody, you know. If I got in trouble and my pops wasn't home, I might have got my ass whooped by Miss Cookie. You know what I'm saying? I might have got whooped from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was raised. And, you know, I still can go to Center and Buffalo, and they, oh man, look at little Mo. You know what I'm saying? Look at Ray. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly who I am. And they just raised me, man.
Okay, coming up on the east side of Milwaukee, was it always rough?
When I was there, yeah, it was wild, man. I remember all type of things going on. The thing that really stuck with me from the east side was I was raised in an era where it was still rap ciphers going on the corner. Like, it was really motherfuckers outside spitting. A lot of them locked up and dead right now, but I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
If you had to compare the south side to the east side, or even the north side, give us some idea of what it's like.
That's a good question.
Does Ray Royalty have to become a different person, whichever side of town
I feel you on that. That's a good one. Do I have to be a different person? No. I'm gonna be the same person where I'm at. That's why they like me. You know what I'm saying? Each place is different. It's like if you go from the north side to the south side, like there's a culture difference. You might, we talked about this one day. You might have a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? You go to the north side, you know what I'm saying? You eating greens and sweet potatoes. You go to the south side, you eating tacos. You at the taco truck. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot different. The cultures is a lot different. It's a lot more Hispanics on the south side than it is the north side. But man, that south side can get treacherous. You know what I'm saying? That south side is wild. Just like the north side, just like the east side, Milwaukee in general. If you ain't by the lake, it's motherfuckers getting popped by the lake. So, but you know what though, man? I try not to push that, right? I'm just being honest. But that's not what I really try to push. You know what I'm saying? We got a good city here. But I'm trying to think like how I really can put it. The east side, I feel like it's more smaller, if I could say, because the south side and the north side is more it's more big, it's more space. So it's smaller on the east side.
And that's what makes the east side so dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
because it is so small, and you have a higher chance of running into somebody you got beef with,
Right.
opposed to being on the north side or the south side.
Right.
So I can agree with you on that.
Right. But like you said, no, I'm the same person when I go to the north or the south side. I lived on 19th and Brown for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. I'm straight.
Recently, you had some legal trouble. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's fine. Got pulled over last year. I got charged. And when I got pulled over, I was on the south side. I was leaving blackout, and I was leaving to go to the club. We were supposed to be celebrating somebody's birthday. And on the way, before I got there, I was like, I got to go change. So I had left, hit the highway. When I got off on like, what was that, Lincoln, Beecher and Lincoln. And the boys got behind me. And the reason they pulled me over is because I swapped my license plates, and I ain't go to downtown, do what I was supposed to do. So they knew I ain't had the right license plates. But that wasn't even it. I got into a new car, and I didn't even know the lights. I'm trying to change the lights on the thing. I think I hit a wrong button or something. I didn't know how to control the lights on the new truck that I had. So when they got behind me, they was like, yeah, man, we pulling you over because lights wasn't on. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I ain't really think nothing of it. I'm like, all right, they finna give me a ticket. Cool. Pay that. So he leave and come back. When he come back, he's like, oh yeah, your name's Marcus, right? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Ray Royalty. I was like, he was like, oh yeah, you got a warrant for your arrest. I'm gonna ask you to step out the vehicle. I said, what? So what you talking about? What warrant? And some goofy bench warrant that I ain't pay, some ticket I didn't pay. And yeah, man, he pulled me out of the car. I had some drugs on me, and he took me in, man. And I had got out not that long after, like a week after. They put me on the DPA. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go through all of these classes, go through some therapy. You know what I'm saying? And comply with everything, And as long as I'm doing my classes, I'm not coming up dirty, then I'm good.
So by having a legal case or that incident, did it change the way you think?
Yeah.
So in the instant, did it make you grow up?
Hey, man, you popped me on my hand one time. What'd you say? Oh, dang, that hurt. Okay, I'm not going to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? We not finna go through this thing of going back, you know what I'm saying, over no stupid shit. When I knew better, you know what I'm saying? They say you know better, you knew better, you do better, right? I knew better, man. You know what I'm saying? I got too much talent to be out here fucking around in the streets. I got too much talent. Now, if it got to go there, it got to go there. That's a whole different reason, right? But just being out here doing shit every day, bro, I got too much to lose, right? It taught me a lot, man. Going through therapy, talking to other people about traumas and situations, bro. Mental health is real out here. It's real out here. And the people that you hang around will condone it. Find you a positive group of motherfuckers to be around, bro. The negative stuff ain't popping no more.
Yeah, I'm big on mental health, man. And I believe that artistry and mental illness kind of go hand in hand. So I'm really big on the mental health part of it.
Yeah.
Because some of the decisions that artists make, you have to question.
You got to be crazy. You got to be crazy to be in this game. You hear me? And if you ain't crazy, you ain't gonna last. You ain't gonna last. You know why I'm last? I'm a little crazy. I'm a little crazy. That's all. You know what I'm saying? It's cool though. You know what I'm saying? I know how to hold myself.
You just turned into 3 different people right then.
Hey. Yeah.
That proves my point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ray, it's been fun talking to you, man. And Let the people know where they can catch up with you at.
Oh man, you know, I got a lot of different sites, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Facebook, you can catch me at Ray Marcus Barnes. Instagram, you can catch me at Real Ray Royalty. YouTube, you can catch me at Ray Royalty. And TikTok, you can catch me at Ray Lee Barnes. I'm gonna be changing all that, you know what I'm saying, to one thing soon. But if you need one of them, just rewind that back, go and get that info. Hit me up.
Okay, man, I almost forgot. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
They said you've been really trying to set up your business. So what is that business?
Right now, man, I'm pushing oil, man. You know, if you come to my show, you know what I'm saying, and you get some merchandise, you get some oil with it. You know what I'm saying? I sell it at ounces, I sell it in pounds. You come get some oil, man. I got all type of oil. I got Dior Sauvage, Gucci Guilty, got some pussy. I got Eat It Raw. I got all that little freaky little oil you need, man. I got it, and I'm working on just distributing it better. You know, presenting it better. You know what I'm saying? With your help.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Well, hey, with that being said, man, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Code Red. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And we out.